How's it going, everybody? It's Monday night, March 9th, here in Colorado. This is technology training, and today I'm going to be talking about what it takes to get into network engineering. And I get this question a lot from people I know, and I'd like to share my recommendations on how to get into this career field the quickest and with the least amount of debt possible. Um, so, show you my screen here. I'm going to go to Google. So, first off, let's look up network engineer salary. I'll show you my local area here. So this is an incentive for a lot of people looking into getting into this career field. I mean, that's not completely inaccurate, I'd say. 85, it depends on what level you are. So there's different level of engineers, there's different types of network engineers. Depending on what company you work for, is it a government contract? Do you work for a tech company? Does it require a security clearance? It really just depends on what type of company you're working for and what salary you'll get. But the reason why I like to share my story and give a recommendation on how to become a network engineer is because I went to school for about 5 years, bouncing around degrees between electrical engineering, mathematics, physics, back to electrical engineering. At one point, I even changed to nursing because I was so confused. I didn't know what to do. All meanwhile, I was taking student loans out, and I pretty much maxed out my student loans during my undergrad to the point where I ran out of money and didn't know how to pay for school. And so I ended up joining the Air Force, and I got put into a networking career field where I got hands-on equipment really quick. Now, I know a lot of you guys probably don't want to join the military. I'm not saying it's a bad option if you can get your career field prior to going to basic training in IT or network engineering or networking, but a lot of people don't like that option. So I'm going to show you the option that is not military related. So there's a few exams. The first one I recommend is called Security Plus, and it's by CompTIA, and this will open many doors for you. I think this exam's, I don't know, maybe $300, and it's not totally hard, right? So if you get $339, 90 minutes, 90 questions, right? So that's a maximum of 90. It's usually less. So if you get your Security Plus, this will open the door to pretty much any government contracting IT position. And when I say open the door, it's a minimum requirement. So if you look up DoD 8570, right? Levels, right? So to work on a military, I don't know if I'll be able to access this one specifically because this is a. Oh yeah, we are. Okay, so notice Security Plus is an IAT Level 2 cert. This is a requirement to work on many government contracts. So when I joined the military, I went to basic training, and when I graduated basic training, I went to a technical training in IT. I had to pass this in order to move on to my first duty station from technical training. The reason why is because it's required. They require all contractors to have this if you're going to work in IT. Anything cyber-related IT, you have to have Security Plus. So this is I guess an entry into DoD, and there's a lot of money in DoD. So if you look up so Security Plus jobs, right? And I'll check my local area here. So it's already up, right? So you see the type of jobs that it pulls, right? cybersecurity. Um, let's see, network security engineer. Um, a lot of cyber jobs. There's IT technician. So any of these that require to be on base. Now, if I click on this, I don't know if it'll say, but yeah, you can see it's talking about government networks, like Army. So there's so many jobs available that if you get this cert, you can land a job on a base making pretty good money. And this is a $339 cert. And I'm saying with very little experience or no experience at all. It'll open many doors to you. Now, keep in mind this would require a security clearance, so you'd have to get a secret clearance. But if you have this certification and you don't have a bad background and you can pass just a basic background check, a secret clearance is pretty easy to obtain. You get it within a couple months, and the company will pay for you. They'll sponsor you to get it. So that's a good one to get. And a second one is obviously Cisco CCNA. Now it's changed recently. I believe this exam is about $300. Um, but if you get your CCNA, you pair that with Security Plus, you should be able to get a networking engineer job pretty easily. Um, you'll see a lot of postings require a bachelor's degree with zero experience, or like at least 4 to 6 years experience with no degree. But I think if you have your Security Plus and you have your CCNA, you should be able to get into a position where specifically on bases or government related. Um, if not, it's not unheard of for you to get like a IT help desk type job with no experience, and you can do that um, 6 months to a year, and then go for a network engineer position or a network administrator, system admin type position. Do that for a year, and then eventually move up to a network engineer job. So you don't necessarily need a degree. I'm not saying that I don't recommend it, but I'm just showing the cheapest way to get into the career field. Like within a year, you should be able to, even 6 months, you could get Security Plus. If you're really pushing hard, you can get Security Plus and Cisco CCNA. If you study like 6 to 8 hours a day, you should be able to get both those in 6 months, and you're looking at $700, and that's going to land you a minimum of $50,000, $60,000 job. Um, you just make sure you build your resume, and when you get that interview, that you really push that you don't have a lot of experience, but you're passionate about IT and that you want to learn. And that's really the key to get into a job like this. Um, Obviously, if you want to go for a degree, one one university I recommend is just Western Governors, and they will actually get your Security Plus, CCNA, a bunch of other certifications along with your degree, and it's extremely cheap. It's self-paced, so you can go as fast as you want. You pay for a semester, and you can pass as many classes as you want within that time period. So Western Governors is a different method, um, and you can really accelerate your program too, um, depending on what availability you have. So if you're on a time budget, time budget and a budget, um, definitely check out WGU. Sometimes they have requirements to get in, so you might need to have either IT experience already or go get your Security Plus first. So that's why I'm saying Security Plus is a good entry level certification. I would recommend kind of bypassing like A plus and certs like Network Plus, and just go straight to Security Plus, because that's going to open the most doors for you. Um, because like I said, they have so many government related positions that they can't even fill because they don't have people that have Security Plus. And so that's my recommendation there. Let's see what else. I mean, there's so many resources available to you. I mean, if you go on YouTube, um, and this is why I made this channel, because I want to go through um, my learning steps to Cisco. But I mean, if you go in, you can find like there's so many. If you type in Cisco CCNA um, like course, let's try course. Sorry, course. If you type in like Cisco CCNA course, right? I mean, you're gonna find 20, hours and hours and hours of videos, and you can go through and watch some of these. And you really want to look for the courses. And you can filter by playlist, right? I believe that's a thing. Oh, there it is. So this channel right here, playlist, and it'll give you a lot more like CCNA. Here's 109 videos, right? Um, so these are the free options, and then obviously there's like Udemy. You can pay like $10 to get a whole video course, like 20 hours worth. You get that. You pair it with a program called Genus 3. I use a program called EvenG, but I also do have Genus 3 as well. So Genus 3, watch a video like David Bombal. He'll go and walk you through 16 minutes on how to essentially how to install, set up Genus 3, and to get your images, your router and switch images to study the stuff. Packet Tracer is another one. It's free by Cisco, but it's, in my opinion, it's not as good. You could definitely start off on it, but GNS3 is the way to go. And then if you have a server or something that can support it, that you can put like VMware, you could install EvenG. Um, I'll show you that real quick. So EvenG, and that's if you've seen some of my other videos, you'll know what EvenG looks like. If you don't know already, so EvenG. Um, and again, David Bombal has a good installation video, and that's who I followed to get my stuff up. And I had some issues that were pretty simple that I missed along the way, and I ended up working it out. But this setup could take you a while. I mean, I've heard people saying within an hour I was good to go. Honestly, mine took probably 10 plus hours to set up, but now that I have it set up, it's super easy. If I want to add a node, um, if I want to add an object like another router, you can come in and I mean, if you have the image, which you can get, if you have a program called Viral, you can pull these down. There's some other ones like that you can get from GNS3 over the internet pretty easily. Um, yeah, as long as you have the image to these, you can throw them in here. So like, um, I don't know if I want to throw a switch in there, I could just come in here and drop a switch, right? And you can allocate how much RAM you want and all that stuff. This is why it's important to have a server that has enough RAM that you can just drop a switch in here and connect it up. Now I'd have to power these down to connect this, but um, it's super easy to do, and I definitely recommend EvenG if you have time and you want to mess around with it. It takes, like I said, it takes a little while to set up, but they do have it's called EvenG Cookbook, and it helps you walk through it as well. So there's definitely resources out there, and you don't need money to get into this career field. I mean, you need enough to pay for the certification, Security Plus, to at least get you into a position. But if you do that, you practice that, study some Cisco stuff, um, you'll definitely be okay. Um, and honestly, I mean, if you do this and you go down this path and you continue to learn, push yourself every day, um, it's not unreasonable to say within a 6-year period you're going to be making over $100,000. Uh, there's not many other career fields that you can do that in um, without a degree. I mean, I'm not saying it's guaranteed that with no degree, 6 years experience, you're going to make 100 grand. But if you go out and get Security Plus, you get Security Clearance, um, you get these certifications, and you push yourself and you go up to CCNP level, or CCIE level if you like just devote your life to it, um, you can definitely make over 100,000. Many people, many CCIEs don't have degrees, and they make 100,000 like easily. So um, all the resources are online. You don't even really need the books. Um, I mean, all you do is you type in on Google the topic. So if I want to learn like Cisco BGP routing protocol, right? If I just type this in, you're going to see there's a bunch of Cisco Press stuff, right? So BGP, Cisco. And honestly, this is what you're going to get in the textbook most likely. A lot of it's going to match up. They have these data sheets, white papers, um, and there's a lot more of the things you can look into. But uh, yeah, so I mean, there's plenty of links, right? IP routing, BGP configuration guides. It teaches you how to do it. Do that. Pair it with some YouTube videos. Just get a lot of hands-on and try to understand it. you're good. You'll make really good money. If you have any questions for me, put it in the comments below. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I'm extremely passionate about the networking career field, IT in general. I have cyber background as well. Um, so yeah, if you have any questions for me on how to get started, or just in general, put it in the comments below or send me a message. I'm on Twitter as well. It's my Twitter is it's techknowledge. I think it's techno training is what it is. But yeah, check it out, techknowledge training. Um, and I post videos frequently. I'm trying to do one a day, but it's pretty difficult. Um, so today I figured I'd talk about the IT career field and how to get into it if you haven't started, or even if you have started, just to, like, if you want to change pace. Um, if you never thought about the government side of it, there's a lot of government contracting jobs, like uh, companies like Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, L3 Harris, Raytheon. I mean, the list goes on and on. Bocor, Boeing. I mean, it goes on and on. And so many positions available, and they're dying for people. So don't really need a whole lot of experience to get into it. It's more about being able to speak on the topics and show that you're willing to learn and that you want to learn, that they're looking for. So again, if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe, like and subscribe to this video. Um, and again, I'm going to be making more videos on the CCNP track. I'm going through it now, just learning, polishing up, and preparing videos for everybody. And it's, I'm doing this for me as well, to hold myself accountable and to push myself. So come along with me with my learning process and this journey. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. All right, guys, take care.